All right, so for problem number 30, basically we have a quadratic, and they tell us, they give us this function here. Y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 15. Then the question is, which of the following is an equivalent form of the equation of the graph as shown in the xy plane, for which the coordinates of the vertex A, this is A, remember that A is h comma k, because that's the vertex. And that's a capital A. Can be identified as constants in the equation. So we got to look at this. Well, what is A? Well, A is 1 comma negative 16, right? So, and we got to read this question carefully. In other words, if I factored this, I think this would be x minus 5 times x plus 3. I think that if I were to factor that, I think that's the case. Let me go through the math here. That's negative 15. That's x squared. That would be negative 2x. Yeah, so you factor it that way. So here's the thing. Do I have that listed here? Yeah, I think A is a possibility, right? But D is also a possibility. So we got to read the question carefully. It says that from which the coordinates of the vertex A can be identified as constants in the equation. In other words, I got to use the h comma k. So remember that I could rewrite this as A times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. And so then if that's the case, it's probably D. It's probably D. Now, how could I verify it? Well, I could multiply it out to make sure that it works, right? So in other words, I could say, what is x minus 1 times the quantity x minus 1? And remember, I got to tack on this negative 16 at the end. So x times x is x squared. This is negative 1x. This is negative 1x. And this is a positive 1. So when I multiply this out, I've got x squared minus 2x plus 1. But that's just this portion, right? I still have to tack on the negative 16 at the end. So when I combine all the terms, I've got negative 2x minus 15. Is that the original equation? Yeah. So D is the correct answer, because D, while A is also the prime factorization of this stuff, D is the only one that has the h comma k in it, which comes from the vertex A. Right? In other words, h equals 1, k equals negative 16. So D is the correct answer on that one. Yeah, I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. How's that work? Does that work okay?